Vicky here with you, and we're making some cards today using the beautiful sets from Hunky Dory that Francis had sent. So we're going to be making something with this one. I just love those sets. I still have a few of the images from this one, but I'm thinking that it's going to be probably this one. I need some birthday cards, so this is going to be perfect. So first we're going to cut out some card base. So for when I'm making cards for my friends and family members that are going to be gifted in person, I usually do a 6x6, especially when it's something for work related, because many people are going to be signing the card, and obviously if it's a tiny little card, it's going to, like, it won't do. People won't be able to sign it. So I usually try to do the 6x6. So I purchased white paper a long time ago. I've had these paper stacks for a long time because I had stopped making 6x6 cards a little while back and started recycling some smaller cards. But these are from AC Cards cardstock. So American Craft cardstock papers. So it's the big packs. And then I just cut them down in half and then fold them over, and those are my cards. For the envelopes, I usually purchase my envelopes online. I think the last ones I've purchased were from Amazon, so just a kit. You could make your own, obviously, but I just find that it's too much hassle versus the price of it. But obviously, if you want to make it more fancy, you could do your own and have your own card, like envelope to match your cards, and you know, line the envelope flap and all of that good stuff with the paper that you use. But you know, I don't find that I really need it. So I'm only gonna fold 3. If I need more, I can do more later, but I don't think I'm gonna be using that many. So let's start off the timer, because usually when I do the big cards, it takes me longer to make them. Therefore, the chance of me getting through many is very limited. Now, people mentioned using a file to file the little tabs. I didn't pull one out, so unfortunately I'm still going to be complaining about not having proper filing. So sorry about that. I didn't think about it, and now that my video started, like, I don't want to go and find a file. I'll just cut around the same way I usually do, and that will be that. I'm not gonna remove the insides of it. I could remove like some of it, like this part, and just have, but I like all the shimmer. And so it's gonna be for birthdays. So I have this one that would be good, and the best wishes could be a good one as well. And I'm at least gonna make 2 big ones, so I'm gonna pull out this one as well. I pulled out some flowers, some big flowers that I have in my stash, some Prima flowers. They're up over there. I figured those would be pretty. And I have, okay, so we've got this. I have this paper that's precious. I could line the full thing and then not show any of the white, because if I show some of the white, it's gonna look weird. So I could do that, and then put this. How big is this? So this would mean like something like that, and then I could do just that. Or I pull out a paler version of blue, like something that would fit this, or it could go with the pink, I guess. If I go with pink, let's see, pale pink. If I go pale pink, it might be nice to break all that blue. So then I would line this fully, and then do that. But will it look strange to have this big border, or would it be better to have just this paper? Maybe softer if it was just this paper, this piece of paper. So that's what I'm gonna go for. And I'm gonna keep the border for something else. So I'm gonna optimize this. Okay, so this would be that. And then for this, because I want to keep the border, I'm going to use my big guillotine to cut it. Because I'm going to cut it just after, just basically, now I'm confused. Because obviously I'm gonna have some part of this being cut, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cut the border off, and I'm gonna try to keep the little white portion of it. I did pretty good. Not quite straight, but then I never do straight. Okay, so there's that. Now it's going to be a question of how do I set this up? Okay, the card opens up that way, so make sure that it opens up. And then it's a bit too large. I'm gonna have to cut both sides. Let's start off by cutting this portion. Okay, so that's the first part, and it's this one that I need. And then I'm gonna have to cut on both the top and the bottom, but I want to cut about the same amount. So I'm wondering if I cut having difficulty with my papers. Okay, so if I want to cut, so this is a 6 by 6. So let's say I was to cut this much. Is that going to be too much though? Probably not. Hopefully I won't regret this. Okay, so here we go. So there goes. Yeah, that fits that fits very well actually. So then I'm gonna have this, and then for the sentiment, do I put it higher up like that so that I could put the sentiment? I don't feel like lining it up. I could, but I don't know. I'm thinking more like aligning it that way. And then I have some flowers. It's not the right blue. I thought they were gonna fit, but they don't. So, and I need more than one. And I would have liked to have a few, so let's see what I have. So I have multiple I've purchased multiple sets of things in the past, as you can see. So I have 2 of these that I could use. I have also some white, but I think the white is not gonna pop, so we're not gonna use the white. Then I have this here. These could be pretty, but they're small. So let's see, would those be too small? I was thinking a few. I think these are not quite the same color. They do kind of remind me of this a bit, but I think these would be better. And I do have a few, so I could put like 3 here, and then okay, come on. I don't want to pull them all out. And then another one here. So I could do something like that. That would be an option. Or I have these bigger ones. That I could put, like for example, a big one here. And then 2 smaller ones, let's say on here. That might be a bit much. Like I feel it might be too much. I think I prefer the smaller ones. Like that. This one has a stain on it and it's bothering me. Maybe I can use it for one of my little index card or something. That stays for me. That or that. These are the right colors, but they're just so big. Unless I go with the yellow. What about the yellow? Because the bird is yellow. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I have flowers everywhere. Yeah, so it would be something like this one or the pale blue. I really wish I could hear you guys at this point. These I find are too big. They're pretty but too big. So it's a question of these the yellow ones or these ones. Or do I do a mix? Maybe I could do a mix. So now I've got too many options, like way too many options. But I kind of like the mix. So I think I'm going to go with the mix. Okay. Oh, so difficult. Okay, so now we need to assemble all of this. But it's a lot of trial and error. That's what happens when I make these big cards. It's a lot of trying it out and seeing what I like versus other situations and just figuring it out. And that's what I bring you guys on this journey, because I want you guys to have the same to do the same thing, to try stuff out and to see which one you like, and obviously it's a question of your own taste. Not everybody's gonna like the flowers that I just chose, but I'm the one gifting this card and that's what I personally liked. So you have to take courage and it's like just go for it at one point and just embrace the card that you're making. And hopefully whoever is going to get it is going to appreciate the time and energy that you've put into making it. And that's the part of the beauty of these versus having cards that are just purchased at the store. Even the ones purchased at the stores, let's be honest, I can spend a lot of time looking at them and figuring out which sentiment I want, and it's not that easy either. Oh shoot. I thought I had glued this down. Oh man. Now that's a problem, because I don't want to put the glue on top of the pink cardstock, because I've added flour on it and it's not going to be even, like it's going to be bumpy. Did I do good? Yeah, pretty good. Okay. So now let's do this again. Let's figure out where the flowers are gonna go. And these little flowers you could make your own in the sense that if you have a punch of, you could punch out some flowers and then just use one of those little plastic embellishments. You can get those on eBay or on different Chinese websites for very cheap. Or you can buy the flowers pre-made, as I had done in the past. And I have all these Prima flowers that I purchased when I was making a lot of cards. And big cards for DTs and stuff. Okay, so that's the first card done. Now let's go and make the next one. So the next one, I have this paper. It's a lot darker, the bird. So I'm not sure. I do still have the pink. It could be pretty, the pink, but I'm not sure that I want pink. I think I like this on top of that, possibly directly, but then let's find a proper blue that's gonna go nice with this bird. I was thinking this one, but I think that one is better. So these are just recollection paper packs. This one does have a little bit of white in it, more than the other one did. I find like it has a little bit more of the white. But if I do that, then I cut this one down quite a lot. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'm gonna keep it the way I did it for the other one, which is just cut this down to this size. And this one, the sentiment is much smaller. Got this down. Then I'm gonna have this on top. I love that blue with this bird. Would it be pretty if this was lined? I didn't do a good job in cutting this one off. There's more of the little tabs than the other one. The thing is, even if you do send them, I still feel like you've got this, it's still gonna show. Like there's still a little thing that's showing. That's the one part about these that I don't like versus having die cuts that are pre-cut. Okay, so I think I like having the blue. And then for the sentiment, I could also line it with the blue and then put it on top of this. So I'm going to start off by gluing this so that I remember that it's glued. So here we go. And then I'm going to cut this down just a tad. This way, so just enough that way, and then let's see, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the other one, just to cut it down just a bit. And then whoops, that. Okay, so I got that. And then what I was thinking of doing is I need to cut this down. So I'm gonna, maybe I could glue this directly on it. That's gonna save me some difficulty of trying to have to figure out how much to leave. So I'm gonna do that. And then I can cut that way and this way. There we go. So there's that. So now I could center it and put my sentiment. I'm gonna put the sentiment on top of this. And same thing, cut it off that way. As you see, we're gonna make only 2 cards because that's all the time I'm gonna have, but I think they will be quite lovely. So I'm thinking of, I would like to center this, and then this I could raise up using some of this type of tape, foam tape, because I feel like, because it's like directly on it, it doesn't give a nice look. I think it's going to look better if it's a little bit raised up. But now the question is, do I add any flowers and things to this? I could add, oh, that might be very pretty actually. I could do just a big one because that's too much, and I think I like it better when it's at the bottom. So I think I'm gonna do that. Unless I have some pink ones, like could be pretty, but I feel it's a little bit smaller and not as nice. I do have, like, this one would be pretty as well. I really like the blue, so I'm gonna go with the blue. I'm gonna embrace the blue and go with the blue. So here we go. And then I'm gonna add the flower right in the corner, right over here. And I'm gonna add this tape to this. This is just cheap tape that I purchased at the dollar store. They call this tape for mounting pictures and things, and for what I needed to do, it's perfect. And okay, now the question is, do I put it on top of here? Do I put it down there? Do I put it like on the side here? Could be pretty on the side as well. I'm thinking, you know, like this, this, and this as a triangle. If I go like this, it's not a triangle, obviously. This I find is too low. So many decisions. I feel like here, if I put it here, I'm hiding the big corner, which is, I think, what is bothering me with this. I've hidden one of them, but I feel like if I'm hiding two of them, it's just, I don't know. You lose part of the fun of the interest of this. Unless I put this more like here. Like, put it close to the flower. So that you still see three corners. I think I'm gonna go and just plop it over here. And that's it. So those are my 2 cards for today. It didn't ring, but it's about to. So I will call this video done right now. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me make these. I can't wait to read your comments, what you thought. Which of the flowers would you have put? I love to read your comments. As I said, everybody's opinion is their own, so there's no bad way of making a card. It's how you feel about it, and that's all that counts. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just being artistic and figuring it out. So love you guys. I will see you guys soon. Bye.